So this is probably one of the most interesting charts, and we've spent more time discussing this one, I think, than any of the other charts. So what does this look like to you? Well, the red is the annual rent growth. The blue is the weekly earnings. And that's why it's so choppy, is because it's weekly. You probably could have smoothed that data out if you had took it to monthly. It would be easier to look at. But if you follow what would be the mean line, you would see that just like this line is going up, you would have a line going up here and then running across pretty steady and then falling back down, right? That is amazing. And then over here, you would see that they fell as well, right? These two, this blue fell at the same time that the red fell. You could kind of see that it went up at the same time, although not as clearly. I think that's actually poor data being collected, that the data wasn't being collected as cleanly. But over here, you can definitely see this connection. The other interesting thing is that as earnings went up, about a year later, the rents went up. So earnings went up, and then about a year later, the rents went up. And the same thing happened here. Earnings went down, and now a year later, the rents are starting to come back down. So I think that's very interesting. We could not get agreement in the room. There were probably 30 of us in the room, and we could not really get a good consensus agreement on why that 1 year lag is there, what that represents. It could be as simple as the fact that most leases are done in a 1 year term. And so as you see the incomes come up, people can afford to sign a new lease, and then those leases rise, but they rise, a year out. Some people did not like that idea. They gave several complicated reasons as to why that wasn't true. So there's some connection though. What you can see, and this is a phenomenon that we've known in real estate for a long time, is, if you follow job growth, you'll follow where the market is going to be next, right? So this is a principle that large investors use across the country. They look at the nation and they say, where are the jobs at? Wherever those jobs at, that's where they want to go buy housing and apartment buildings and things like that. And then, so that would pretty much be the same thing. What you're basically saying is, if you follow the income that comes from the jobs, then you'll find the next market. And so we could say the same thing. If you follow the income that comes from the raises that happened in the area, then you'll see where the market will rise. And this is an expression of that.